First and foremost, welcome. This is the Grand Foundation office. Everybody has been here before. I think it's been in this room. The Grand Foundation's been around for, a long time. And the people that are in this room, and certainly the guests here, Juana, Dement, Deborah Skinner, and Abercrombie, you guys have made a huge impact on this facility and through Dances with Tracy Stars and through all your dance programs and things along those lines. So not only have you made an impact on the Grand Foundation, but you've made an impact in people's lives and in the community at large. And a particular person in this room would like to acknowledge you for those accomplishments and the way that you've impacted their life in a very special way. So I want to invite Cynthia Haskell up here.
So the reason you guys were invited here today was because I didn't think I was going to get emotional. The three of you had such an amazing and important impact on the lives of my children. And I know that they were not just on the lives of my children, but also on the several children and just lots of children in Tracy. And I wanted to acknowledge that by sponsoring a seat for you here in the Grand Theater. I wanted you to be able to pick your seat because I don't know if you have a special seat that you like to sit in when you come. I know that my family, we purchase seats for ourselves in our special spots. So I didn't want to just pick a seat for you because I think it's important to pick your own seat. But the thing is, I'll start with Miss Deborah. She has been in our lives for a long time. Colby, I tried to get Colby to take dance class when I was pregnant with Jamie, and I just registered her at the city, through the city. And I took her to dance class, and she wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. She would not participate, she does that, nothing. But then we went to Band Heyday a little bit after Jamie was born. Jamie was just an infant and a little carrier. And she saw Deborah's dancers on the stage at Band Heyday. And Colby danced in front of that stage. And she would not stop dancing. And I think that Monday, or as soon as Jim could, he ran down to the mall and he signed Colby up for dancing. And then I knew that when we went to our first recital, and it was at the theater at Tracy High, and Deborah got on stage with the little kids to help them dance because they forgot where they were. I knew we were at a special dance studio because I took dance when I was a little girl, and my teacher was a little rough. And we didn't have that kind of help, but Deborah, all she wanted was for those kids to feel confident in themselves and to do their dance and feel good. And like I said, I knew we had picked the right dance studio. And several years later, Jamie joined the ranks of being part of the APA family. And she started, I think, at 2.5 years old. I had called Deborah and said, I really want to get Jamie into dance. And she said, we normally wait until they're 3, I think is what she said. But we'll give it a try. And so she took her, and I do believe that Deborah was both of their first dance teachers, although they had, through the years, several dance teachers. But they also got to participate in being in the Nutcracker through the Children's Dance Theater, which she's also director and artistic director and founder of. And Jamie also got to participate in being part of Heartworks, which is, let's see if I did this right. It is Heartworks Early Education, which is a preschool, who Deborah is a director and also teacher for. So we've had lots of interaction with Deborah, but you have been such a special part of our lives. And like I said, and it's not just about, again, with all these people, these 3 amazing people, it's not just about their interaction with the student. It's how they interact with your whole entire family. We are a family. That's how it feels. So that's how our experience has been with Deborah. So that's our story.
I'm really touched, and thank you so much.
Probably the person we know the next longest is Juana Dement, who we had the pleasure of getting to know through the Bean pageant. So she was the director of the Bean pageant. And actually Deborah had a part in that too, because she was teaching Colby a solo dance for the recital, and then she had a little postcard and said, hey, there's a Bean pageant happening. Do you think you might want to do that? And we thought, hey, why not? We'll give it a shot. So we got introduced to the Bean pageant program and got to know Juana Dement. I don't know how many years you were director. I tried to look it up, but it was an amazing to work with her, and the program was so important to the girls in our community. I'm so sad that the whole thing went away, because it was such an important impact on the girls. They learned how to do an interview with a panel of judges. This was for girls from the 3rd grade to the 8th grade. And they got to have interview skills. And so Colby went on an interview just yesterday, and I'm like, I'm not worried. She's got this interview thing down, because she learned from a very young age how to do interviews. So how many moms can say that their 19-year-old daughter could, just go into an interview with confidence? But I can say that because she got to learn from such a young age to go in and have an interview. She learned poise from the program, how to walk with confidence. She learned how to interact and do public speaking through the program. And none of that could have happened if Juana didn't direct and take care of the program. And so we're so grateful to you, Juana, for that hard work, because I know it was hard and it wasn't always easy wrangling a bunch of those girls and dealing with all the different personalities and everything. But also Jamie participated in the program as well, and we were sad that it went away too soon, so she didn't get to do as much as Colby did. But she also got to sometimes come with us and deal with the public, and she got to know what it was like to talk to people. And I just think you only went through one of the interviews. I'm not sure. But unfortunately, she didn't get as much experience as Colby did. But Colby, because of that, she went on to participate in other pageants where she won a pageant and was able to go to Miss California and experience that. But I think if maybe she didn't get a taste for pageants, because I didn't consider ourselves a pageant family until we participated in that. But she got to do something that not every young lady can say that they did. So we're very grateful, Juana, to you for participating in that program and loving our family through that whole thing, because sometimes it was the question about, is this dress okay? Is that all right? Is this going to be okay? So,
well, I never thought that I would ever see my girls, all grown up, and now some of them have gone on to do some wonderful things, and we're really proud of them. And I didn't do it alone. I had a lot of help, and the chamber, obviously they embraced that program, and they saw a big S on my forehead saying sucker, and I just, I want to thank also Dave Tillman, because he's the one who helped us bring that back. Dave was a great person. I have 2 physical daughters, that I gave birth to, but I have 10s, and just like Deborah, right? We have all those things, just all of them. So I'm super honored and super blessed. Thank you so much, guys.
You're very welcome. And last but certainly not least would be Steve Abercrombie, or Dr. Ads, who our girls got to meet at school through the DARE program. And again, it's certainly every time Steve sees you, it's how's your mom, how's your dad, how's your family. It's not about the student, it's about the family. The girls were very impacted by the DARE program. They, because there's a lot going on out there right now, and I am confident about sending my girls out to parties and to be with other people and know that they're going to come home safe and not be peer pressured into doing things they shouldn't. I think that program is an amazing program. I think, Steve, you're an amazing teacher in that program. The kids, every time they see him, they want to see him, they want to run up and say hi, they want to get that hug from him, and honestly, I do too. I mean, why not? He always has nice things to say about me, so why don't you want to get that? And we love continuing to support DARE through the Sharks games and the Sharks nights that they have, and our family, that's something we look forward to every year. Getting that email and planning the night, and we all go as a family, and we really enjoy going. And I just, like I said, there's a lot going on with drugs and alcohol and teens, and it's scary, and we've had some close friends impacted by it, and I just thank God that my kids have not succumbed to that. And I do thank you, Steve, because I think it has a lot to do with the program and what they learned. And again, we do also reiterate those things at home, the not drinking and the drugs and things. So we support that at home too, but it's good to have an outside people teaching that too. So again, thank you so much. We appreciate what you do. What you do is so important. Again, not only for us, our family, but through all the families that you touch in Tracy.
Well, thank you. You guys are an awesome family, and I consider my daughters. They're my dare daughters.
Do you want to mention anything, or you're putting you on the spot? Huh?
Well, good thing that I had Juana to teach me how to be put on the spot.
Yeah.
Mom said it really well. They've all been super important in our lives, and I've stopped dancing years later, and I still love going back and poking in and saying hi, and getting to say hi to her. And I love I get to be friends with one on Facebook now that I'm like a grown-up adult. And it's fun being young and knowing them as these people that like I was younger and I really looked up to, but now as I'm older, I look up to them just the same, if not more.
Sure.
Thank you.
I love them all.
I think that the combination of these people has kind of brought me to be the person that I am.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now you know why you were here, and like Cynthia said, it's important that you're able to choose the seat that you like. I'll talk just briefly about the seat campaign if you're not familiar with it already. The goal for the Grand Foundation is to raise money for the endowment to ensure the sustainability long-term of the center. I'm sure you guys are all aware of that. To date, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but many seats have been dedicated in people's honor, whether it's in memory or in honor of something like this. This is the first time someone's ever approached and wanted to dedicate on behalf of their family, so I thought that was just like the sweetest thing ever. And despite what's going on with COVID, we could still make it happen in some capacity. So in a moment here, you guys get to walk over and choose the desired location. Brian from the city is going to open up the grant for us and turn on all the lights and made a special point to make this possible. So just you guys and just a few people will be able to walk over there and take your time throughout it. We do have some certificates that I'll have you kind of hand out as you get over there. That way when you guys decide, when you pick your spot, you can sit and maybe hold up your deal and take some pictures, socially distanced as possible, and do what we need to do to make this a memorable location. So behalf of the Grand Foundation, congratulations on what you guys have accomplished for this family's life and for the community. And thank you so much. Yeah, when you're all done, come back over here.